Piccolo is a Namekian, and so far he has been chosen for 2 Universal Tournaments, and because of this, he may go down as one of the greatest Namekians to have ever lived. The next tournament is coming up soon, and Piccolo will probably be the only Namekian there, and a lot of people aren't expecting much from Piccolo, and that's how it's been for a while. If your name isn't Goku, Vegeta, or potentially Gohan, that's how it is. Piccolo in the Multiverse tournament though, personally I think is going to do fine. Right now, he is the strongest Namekian, and that has some worth, but before I go on about Piccolo, we have to go back. His origin starts with his father, who was also named Piccolo. When he was first seen, he was said to be a demon. This is mainly because of his separation from Kami. When Kami arrived on Earth, eventually he sought out to be the guardian of the planet. However, the current guardian at the time sensed an evil side to Kami, and so after a lot of meditating and inner conflict, Kami managed to expel all the evil from him, and that same evil went on to manifest itself into the original King Piccolo. Namekians have only one gender, and that is male, so how they reproduce is very insect-like. It starts with a lot of tensing, and what you see is this giant egg coming from their throat. This egg will grow up to be another Namekian, and depending on how strong they make their offspring, reproducing will shorten their own life. This is why you see King Piccolo, as he is about to die, put all his energy into what will go on to be the Piccolo that we all know. This next bit is the most interesting because even though he was introduced as a demon in Dragon Ball, he is still a Namekian, and when King Piccolo is on Earth, he gives birth to a lot of kids. Tambourine, drum, and cymbal are all technically Namekians, but they're types of Namekians that we have never seen before. So I like to call these guys the pre-Namekians, just because they were Namekians before anyone even knew they were Namekians. Something that would be cool is the idea of Piccolo having a son. I want to throw this out there because as Piccolo gets older, I would hate to see him just die without leaving anything behind. The last time we saw a Namekian reproduce was for the birth of Piccolo himself, and the circle of life needs to continue. At least for the Namekians. It is unknown how powerful a single Namekian is able to become. Naturally, the strongest was and still is Piccolo, but there's this idea out there that they could be infinitely as strong because they have the ability to fuse with their own species. We saw this with Nail and eventually Kami. There are 2 types of Namekians, those from the Warrior Clan and those from the Dragon Clan. The Warrior Namekians are the guys like Piccolo who are natural fighters, and those who are part of the Dragon Clan have special powers like healing, closed beam, and the very unique ability of creating Dragon Balls. Surprisingly, there are a lot more Namekians from the Dragon Clan. The number was close to 86% for the Dragon Clan, and only 14 were warriors. So the Namekians are not like the Saiyans. They are not a warrior race, because if they were, most of Frieza's men would have died. Anyway, that was the Namekians. After the events on Namek, we don't hear much about them until Dende becomes the god of Earth, and even then nothing really new is shown, so that's why I'm looking at Piccolo as the new standard. He has traits from both the Warrior and Dragon Clan, which explains how he's able to use the closed beam, and years down the line, instead of him just dying, he can do what his father did and continue the legacy of Namekians, but on Earth. Regardless, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Dragon Ball video.
This is amazing! I feel incredible! Yes, 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 yes! I can win! I feel great! I can do this!